Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the big shock that went down on NXT tonight. Wes Lee is no longer the NXT North American champion. The man who defended in so many bangers, open challenges. The man who retained his NXT North American title in a fatal 5-way against 4 of the premier NXT superstars just lost the NXT North American title tonight to Dominic Mysterio. Now, coming into this match, obviously the Judgment Day are living high. Finn Balor's got his rematch versus Seth Rollins. No one has touched Rhea in weeks. Damian Priest is Senor Money in the Bank. But Dom lost a tag team title match last night, so that was a setback. But the setback for Dom is rectified because he ended Wes Lee's 100-plus day reign as NXT North American champion. And how do we feel about this? Because to me, at first, I was not happy about this because I think Wes Lee is definitely a guy because of his reign. Someone legitimate. Well, Dom is legitimate, but someone like Dragon Lee or someone a part of the NXT roster should have dethroned Wes Lee. I mean, Dom could go after a mid-card title, whatever. Not Gunther, but maybe someone else. But Wes Lee just wasn't the guy for this to happen to. Like, you could debatably say that Wes Lee has been the best NXT men's superstar all year. Because the man just absolutely goes out there and kills it every time. And he loses to Dom, and the Judgment Day now have a foothold on an NXT brand title. Now, a lot of people do like this. A lot of people think it's a great way to build Dom's heel gimmick. Like, if Dom wasn't already the number one heel in WWE, this takes it to a whole nother level. Dom is going to be on 2 different brands, at least until he loses the title. Now, to me, I'm sort of in the 50-50 section. The part that I like about this is how it helps Dom's heel character. This is going to shoot Dom into another stratosphere. He's got so many people that hate him because a lot of people these days, they actually watch NXT. There's like a very decent amount of people that just watch NXT and that's it. And I completely get that because NXT has a lot of its own great storylines and NXT kind of does stuff differently than anybody else, which I kind of like because obviously they do it in the Performance Center. But to add on to the point of what I don't like, I ultimately don't like that. I ultimately feel like this is not the Rhea Ripley hitting Wes Lee with the title. Every member of Judgment Day getting involved in Wes Lee losing his title. Wes Lee just wasn't the guy for this. I know a lot of people think it's good, but to me, there's other ways to approach this. And before people ask me what way I would have approached this, I want to just had Dom not challenge at all for the NXT North American title. And I want to had, obviously, I still think WWE's going in the path of breaking up the Judgment Day at SummerSlam, or at least Priest stealing Balor's moment. If they're going to do that, then was there a point of putting the North American Championship on Dom that if at SummerSlam Priest is going to steal Balor's moment? Now that might not happen, but if Priest does steal Balor's moment, this moment is them taking the title off of Wes Lee for nothing is going to seem like a very bad booking decision. Now, obviously, I think a part of Sean wanted to do this. Ultimately, you just want to see the crowd reaction. You just want to see the crowd reaction of Dom winning the North American title, and it was huge. But obviously, there's people that love this. There's people that hate this. There's no people. But to me, they say that there's no one in between on this. I am definitely in between because I think Dom is a great heel gimmick. But like I said 100 times, Wes Lee just wasn't that guy to be screwed over like this. And about Wes Lee, I just want to shout him out. He may win back the NXT North American title, but ultimately he lost his long reign, which he worked to build. I mean, this man had so many open challenges on NXT, and almost all of them were great. I think that Fatal 5-Way at Stand and Deliver was probably the greatest North American title match of all time. The match against Dragunov, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and others. That match at Stand and Deliver is one of the best in history. He won the title in probably one of the greatest NXT ladder matches ever. And ultimately, Wesley deserves a lot of credit. Wesley deserves so much. We already know that when that guy gets called up to the main roster, he's going to be for real. Wesley has established himself as a must-see superstar, and a call-up that will be hyped up by everybody. This North American title run solidified how the hype for Wesley is well-deserved, and you got to give him credit for that. Because at first people were doubtful about Wesley, and I don't smell any doubters now. But at the end of the day, the Judgment Day is not only taking over Monday Night Raw, but it seems like they're taking over NXT. And with Dom with the North American title, it seems like that the Judgment Day have a home on Raw and NXT. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.